What's going on, guys? Today I want to do a quick review of the Shernbao dog pet grooming hair dryer. In this review, I want to tell you everything that there is to know about this hair dryer, including one thing I think that you should know before buying. So my wife and I got this because we clean our dog at home, and she's a pug, and she just doesn't dry that well with anything like a hair dryer or anything like that. And we needed something a little bit more powerful, and this thing definitely fits the bill. So I'll turn this on in a second so you can hear it, but I just want to show you a few things. So one of the things I like on here is that they have a variable speed, right? This is the max, this is the minimum. It's good. We keep it about medium. Our dog, if you turn it all the way on max, she gets kind of scared. Doesn't really like it. If you turn it on too low, it doesn't really do as good of a job. So we do that, put it on medium, and it seems to be, it works for her. This right here switch is basically just the dryer with no heating element. This is the one with the heating element, the one that has the sun here. So if we turn it on, right, that one has the heating element. Overall, I mean, it just comes with obviously a hose, just like you'd expect. And then it has these 3 attachments, depending on what type of dog, that you really have and need. We usually use this one, just because she has a lot of layers, so we kind of pull back her layers and we'll use this. In addition to that, one thing I think is important to note is that if you have the heating element on, one thing I like about this doesn't even get hot to the touch really at all. It's basically insulated on the inside, so that it kind of gets hot on the inside, and it doesn't get hot out here at all, which is nice because if you got a dog like we do that kind of moves around a little bit while you're doing everything, it makes sure that they don't burn themselves with anything. And to see, opening it up here, you can obviously see there's a filter and things like that. We haven't had to change them or anything while we've had this. But, I think that, I don't want to say these are necessarily reusable, but kind of rinsing them out. We have done that once, I believe, up until this point, and it hasn't really been a problem. So we just kind of rinse them out and clean them off all the dog hair when needed. Now, in terms of starting it up, which I said I would do, so here is, we'll turn it on the lowest version so you can kind of hear it. So that's on minimum, right? And it'll obviously move stuff, not too heavy here, kind of like a hair dryer, to be honest. When we turn it up, that's when the action really starts. So as you can tell, this does have lower power, and then it has really high power, and it does do a great job from our experience. In terms of the one thing that I think you should know before buying is that most of the noise is going to come from this end when you're using it. So what I advise, because our dog is a little skittish if we get her close to it, what I advise is that you put the hose and the adapters and such and use it on this end. So put your dog on this end and keep this end. We actually point it not up against a wall, but towards a wall, so that the sound isn't really, bothering the dog as much. And she seems to be okay with it. So yeah, but overall, we really like this thing. It's one of the only things that we've been able to find that actually will get our dog dry, which is nice. Pugs have a lot of fur, but if you have any doubts or wondering whether this is worth it or not, we definitely recommend it. And we hope that you enjoy it as much as we do.